to ESPN's presentation of Capital One Bowl Week. The celebration of Bowl Week is boundless. From the beach to the bay. From the heart of Texas to the Sunshine State, the pageantry is unrivaled. The nation comes alive for Bowl Week.
Hello, everybody. As Capital One Bowl Week nears its peak, this is Ron Franklin from Atlanta, Georgia, where the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl celebrates its 35th anniversary with the marquee matchup. It's red-hot Maryland, winner of 9 of its last 10, and the first 10-victory team ever to play in this game, facing a Tennessee team which won 4 of 5 down the stretch, including back-to-back shutouts to finish the season. We also note, importantly, that both teams are accustomed to winning late and winning dramatically. It's the ACC Terrapins and the SEC Volunteers in the 35th Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl as Capital One Bowl Week readies for another kickoff on ESPN. Now let's join Reese, Trev, and Mark in the studio.
Ron, thank you very much, and a little bit early Happy New Year to you. We're going to be here with you throughout and ring in 2003, ring out 2002. A great way to do it with the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, Tennessee and Maryland. We've already had a great day of bowl action here on the ESPN family of networks. Just a few minutes ago, the Axel Liberty Bowl wrapped up in Memphis, TCU, and Colorado State. Sean Stilley throwing a dart to Terrence Dunbar, and that Horned Frog defense really stood up.
This was a real football game. This is how you play football. Fundamentally sound, running the football, smack them in the face.
They needed more scoring.
17-3, TCU got just enough scoring, and the Horned Frogs, co-champions from Conference USA, and get a victory over the Mountain West champions. Silicon Valley Football Classic, Georgia Tech and Fresno State, and the Bulldogs. They lost 4 straight bowl games, 2 in a row in the Silicon Valley, and they take care of the Jackets 30-21.
How about the Whackin' Bowl games? 2-1 now with wins over the ACC and the Big 12.
And speaking of that victory over the Big 12, Boise State got it against Iowa State 34-16, dominated second half, Mark.
Brock Forsey punching the ball in. Those 3 touchdowns he scored on the ground gives him 32 for the season.
And the Wells Fargo Sun Bowl out in El Paso, there's always a shootout. Washington jumped to a 17-0 lead thanks to some mistakes by Purdue. And we've seen that a few times from the Boilermakers. But we also see the talent that Joe Tiller has on this squad. They ran off 34 straight points and held on to a 34-24 victory. Both teams finishing up the season at 7-6. We've got a battle of heavyweights coming up here. Maryland and Tennessee, one of the games that we've been looking forward to throughout Capital One Bowl Week. And we talked to Ralph Friedgen before the bowl season started, as soon as the pairings were announced. And he's really going to use this game as a measuring stick after what happened to the Terps last year in the FedEx Orange Bowl against Florida.
I think he's going to be pleased if he looks at that measuring stick. I mean, here's a team that's won 9 of 10 games, and what's happened is Scott McBride, their quarterback, has finally gotten comfortable within this offense. And you get comfortable at quarterback when you have a running game. When Bruce Perry went down, it seemed like, oh, what are we going to do for Maryland? Chris Downs stepped up all of a sudden at running back. Now Bruce Perry is back. The 2 of them are there. Scott McBrien's playing well, and I think the matchup is his Tennessee defense, Mark. Front 7, undersized, but very fast. Can the offensive line of Maryland handle that active front 7 of Tennessee?
Well, I think it's Tennessee's offense. This is an offense that's been battered and banged up the entire season. And you look at their quarterback, Casey Clausen, he's finally healthy. The knee injuries, the ankle injuries, the shoulder injuries. Now you've got a running attack with Cedric Houston coming in. He's been banged up the entire season. Here's the running back that when he's healthy, he averages over 120 yards a game. So you're looking at an offensive line also that's finally healthy. So preseason, you look at Tennessee, a top 10 team. Now they're finally healthy. They'll play like a top 10 team tonight.
You add up the starter games, Tennessee lost 65 starter games to injury. Very healthy right now and ready for the Terps, and here they come. They won the National Basketball Championship in this building. What about the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl?
Dad, are we there yet?
Dad, are we there yet?
Dad,
If you 2 don't climb up, Dad's gonna lose it. Big time. We'll get to the internet when we get to the internet.
Internet connection driving you crazy? Move to Earthlink. Call now to get 6 months of service at half price. Earthlink has more local access numbers than any other ISP, so you get connected and stay connected. And we recently ranked highest in customer satisfaction among dial-up internet service providers from J.D. Power and Associates.
Mom,
Dad doesn't know what he's doing.
With our new Total Access 2003 software, get fast, reliable connections, less spam, and our new pop-up blocker tool that blocks virtually all pop-up ads. Call now to get it all for 6 months of service at half price. And never hear this again.
Are we there yet?
Why wait? Move to Earthlink. Call 1-800-747-6491.
Bullweek, where history is made and legends live on.
Turns the corner. They have it in a touchdown return in 266 games, but they do now. Touchdown! Johan gets the pass away. Touchdown. Unbelievable. Josh Reed got 1 foot barely down. Belisari got a man open and he throws it complete. Sanders tied at 28, and it's going to be a 42-yard attempt. Got it. Tonight you'll find the best linebacker in college football right here in Atlanta, Georgia at the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. Maryland's E.J. Henderson, winner of the Dick Butkus Award, who's in fearsome form once again after a long rehab from a back injury. This evening, E.J. will be looking to rattle Tennessee's Double C quarterback Casey Clausen, who's not exactly rattle-proof. This season, Clausen fumbled 4 times in a disheartening loss to rival Florida. Then again, tonight, opposite a future first-round draft pick, he's got a big opportunity to prove his boys.